wanted to get on and kind of provide a little update. So I am 7 days post surgery. So a lot of things happened that were unexpected that happened, and I'm just going to discuss them with you today. So I had my surgery on April the 8th. I went in to have a laparoscopic hysterectomy. Unfortunately, when they went in to do the cuts for the laparoscopic, and attempting to do it that way, my uterus was too enlarged. They were not able to get it out that way, so they had to do a full abdominal cut, which was basically like a cesarean cut. And in the process of me going through that, my husband said that in them trying to get the uterus out, I lost a lot of blood. So they called him to get permission to give me a pint of blood. And of course, when I finally realized that I was in the room, I was under all of this anesthesia. He had to give permission to the beta block. I wasn't really sure what was going on. And when he was trying to explain to me, like, hey, you didn't have the laparoscopic hysterectomy, they had to give you a pint of blood, you lost a lot of blood. I did fully come off of that anesthesia, and the pain was unbearable. Like, I was literally crying in that bed when the pain hit me after everything had completely worn off. And of course, I was able to understand then, like, hey, you didn't have laparoscopic, this is what we had to do. And then I understood I had to get the blood. And so from there, I had a catheter in that whole Tuesday when I was in my room. They took the catheter out Wednesday morning at 6 a.m. And, of course, I started trying to move on my own. That Tuesday and part of Wednesday, up until breakfast time, they kept me on a liquid diet. I was not able to keep anything down those days, even with it being a liquid diet. And then Wednesday at lunchtime, they tried to give me regular food. I actually ended up vomiting that up. It was bad, y'all. Like, it went all down the back of my hospital gown. It was a mess. My husband was in there with gloves trying to help clean me up. It was a lot. And on Thursday was the first day that I was successful in keeping anything down. I was able to keep like 2 chicken tenders down, but it was a struggle to keep those down. I had to stay in bed because I felt myself getting sick, and I just kind of forced myself to lay there. And so I was able to keep it down. But anytime I would get up, the room would be spinning. I would feel like I was about to fall over. So after the doctor came in, the doctor said, we need to check this. And they realized my hemoglobin levels were low. When I went into surgery, they were at like 12.2. But after surgery, they were in the 10s. They were staying at the 10s, which is a little low, but not too low. But it still was causing issues for me. So I got another blood transfusion on Thursday. After getting that blood transfusion on Thursday, I felt so much better, y'all. When I tell you nothing was spinning, I started to kind of feel more like me. Now, I was in a lot of pain. The pain was real. And I was in a lot of pain. It was definitely real. But Thursday night, I was able to successfully keep down anything that I ate. I ate a sweet potato, 1 piece of broccoli. Yeah, you heard me. 1 piece of broccoli. And a little bit of my roll. And I was able to keep those down. I didn't feel dizzy. Nothing came back up. So that was awesome for me. Prior to them giving me the pint of blood, I was kind of spotting a lot and bleeding a lot on my pad that they had given me. But after I got that blood transfusion, the second one, I did not experience any of that. I have not experienced any of that since being home. I got my first good full night of rest probably on that Saturday, because I was released from the hospital on Friday. I was only supposed to be there 1 night. I ended up being there 3 nights. But, I'm going to trust the doctors to do whatever they need to do. So it was fine with me. And y'all, we got out of there Friday. I got home. I still was in a lot of pain. I have kind of just been in my bed. Today I feel pretty good. There's still a lot of soreness. The soreness is real. And on Saturday, I walked for 10 minutes. But let me tell you, after I walked, I was so tired, y'all. I had to go take a nap. Like, I noticed that I get really tired really quickly, and I'm not trying to do too much too soon. I'm allowing my family, to take care of me. Of course, I'm not doing any cooking, any cleaning. I've just literally been on Netflix watching different series and just kind of allowing my family to wait on me. And y'all, it's been so awesome. And in the hospital, of course, my son is autistic. And one of the nurses kind of noticed because her grandson was autistic, and she made him a Winnie the Pooh pillow and got him a little sensory toy. And I just thought that was so, so awesome. It warmed my heart because, of course, my family was worried. They were really worried, especially when I had to get the blood transfusions and I was in a lot of pain. And, they see mama as this tough person. I don't do a lot of crying, and I cried a few times in the hospital because it was very rough pain. I would say now it's not more so pain, it's more so soreness is what it is for me. It's a lot of soreness, and I'm taking it slow. Like a week prior to surgery, I stopped all red meat because red meat processes slower through your system. I still haven't started back eating any red meat. I've been doing my smoothies. I've been doing chicken only. I've been doing, apples, oranges, getting back on my vitamins, things like that. They had me on the payments, and y'all, it was too strong for me. It had me out of it, had me having slow response times. So I have started weaning myself off of that and just been doing Tylenol and either a noxaproxen just to pull myself off of that. And I've been fine, y'all. So now it's just the healing process. I think one of the main things is the tiredness. The tiredness happens so fast. Friday when I got home, the first thing I did was take a shower because you had all that gunk on you from the surgery. And after taking that shower, my husband assisted me with it. I was so exhausted. I had to lay down and nap. So things that I'm used to doing, they exhaust me. And I have to just lay down and nap. And, so originally I had a 6-week recovery. Now I have an 8-week recovery. But I'm thankful that after this, I will have a better quality of life. So I am grateful for that. And I just want to say thank you to everyone for your continued prayers. I really do appreciate it. And you guys, that travel pillow that I showed in one of my previous videos was a lifesaver on the ride home. I put that on in front of my seatbelt, and it helps to kind of add a little pressure. It was amazing. I'm so glad I have it. That's actually been instrumental in me sleeping as well, because I've been able to put it on, because I have been sleeping on my back, elevated up on a couple of pillows and tilted to the side just a tad. And so being able to put that little pillow there, because one of my sides has been hurting more than the other. So being able to put that pillow there has been amazing for me. So if you do not have the travel size pillow and you're having to go through this surgery, you definitely need that pillow because it's been a lifesaver for me. That and my little button down gowns have been amazing. Now, I had held up a Calvin Klein one in one of my videos. I have not worn that one because it actually started to irritate my incision that was below my belly that was supposed to be for the laparoscopic surgery. It irritated. So I have only been sticking to the 100% cotton button down gowns, and they have been working great. There's been no irritation whatsoever. So be mindful of that. You don't want something to irritate. Now, I have not taken my bandage off yet. I will take it off on tomorrow, but so far I'm just taking my time. I'm taking it day by day. I'm not jumping in, doing anything. I'm resting. I'm allowing my families to take care of me and just do what needs to be done. So thank y'all for watching my channel, and I'll come back with a few more updates later on, but thank y'all.